Hello everyone, this is Team SheCodes for the Afrofem Data Analytics project. We chose to answer questions 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1. We processed and cleaned our data using Python and pandas libraries in Vscode. First, we read our Excel spreadsheet into our notebook. Since we decided that we're going to answer the question that had to do with dates, we decided to extract the days of the weeks into a separate column from the dates, and we did this by running this code. And as you can see here, a separate column has been created for the days of the weeks. We also chose to answer the questions that had to do with languages, and to get the languages from the web addresses, we had to import a library, a module called re. Re stands for regular expressions, and it's basically can be used to search for patterns in a string. We also imported counters to help count the number of languages in a string, and this was our result. We got 7 languages in total and some unknown languages. We then proceeded to run a similar code to get our devices, which we did here, and you can see this is the code. We also decided to drop missing values from our data set, and at the end of the day, you can see our new data set has 548,930 rooms and 6 columns, as against 549,000 rooms and 3 columns in the original data frame. We converted our resulting data frame into an Excel spreadsheet and proceeded to create our database. Imported SQLite 3, and following the link provided by Brian we were able to successfully create and populate our database table. We then used DbVisualizer to export our database table so we could upload it into the Tableau public for our visualization. The first question we answered was the language question. You can see from our visualization that there are 7 languages represented in the web searches. These are language keys over here. We had about 7 languages that are represented, with about 74% of the languages being English, and the least represented language was Chinese with just 0.8%. About 0.7% of the languages was unaccounted for. The second question we answered was the one that had to do with weekdays. Mondays were the most popular. From visualization, you could see that Mondays were the most popular days for site visitations, followed closely by Tuesdays, and the least popular day was Friday. But generally, you can see that there's no sharp difference, no sharp decline or decrease in the total page visited in a day. They are relatively close. The third question we answered was that of devices used. Because from the result we got in our Python, we had all access desktop and mobile devices, but because we were asked for just desktop and mobile devices, we decided to filter our devices, and we got results for just desktop and mobile web visits. And you can see that desktop was the most used device in web search with over 10 billion views. Then mobile web had just over 4.5 billion views. Question 1, we had to find out the most trending topics on New Year's Day, question 1A. So what we did, we had to filter pages for the top 10 pages on New Year's Day and filter the dates for just New Year's Day. All these nodes represent the trendiest topics, top 10 trendiest topics on New Year's Day, and this highest point was the most trending topic on New Year's Day. Then we also got the most trending topics for November 8th day by doing something very similar to what we did for New Year's Day. The only difference was that we filtered for a different day, which is November 8th in this case, and we got our results. These are the top 10. These nodes each represent the top 10 pages visited on New Year's Day, with this peak being the most visited page on New Year's Day. So this is our visualization at the end of everything. Thank you very much for watching.